I wanted my map to lead me out of Omelas. That's the imaginary place I wanted to go. My first obstacle was this gate. And while waiting for it to open, I found a few things. The leaves falling from this tree, a rope, and a spider, so cover your eyes if you don't want to see that. I was pretending to film the spider more while these cars passed through because I didn't want to look like I was filming them. But they were how I got through the gate. My sister pulled by, asked if I needed help. I explained what I was doing. Consulting the map out of Omelas. First turn leads me down this alleyway. I wonder what they were talking about. Somebody lives here. Dairy Queen. A dairy spill. My little sister works there. Look at the way the light shines through this anti-bird stuff. Look at the way the light shines through this pro-bird stuff. There's a bump. If an American flag touches the ground, you have to burn it. Somebody must have set this here. Where am I? I didn't want the map to be the map out of Omelas, because I knew that was a lie. That there was nowhere I could walk out here that would actually lead me out of Omelas. This is a State Farm building with a boat in the back. This person plugged their YouTube on the crosswalk button. This beautiful building overlooks the canal and the road with the shoe on it. I don't understand why the bed of rocks lead to the door, as if water would come out. I climbed this wall, because that's where the map led. And I didn't want to keep walking down the canal. Everybody's mailbox is here. Post Easter egg hunt. What if I want to climb on these rocks? A left turn. A right turn. This is the best part. Spoilers. This woman feeds the stray cats. O'Reilly's again. This is not a very flattering angle. Four stickers and 2 buttons. What do you think of my haul? Even though there's seashells on the ground and I'm standing on a non-paved path, I am very much still in Omelas. There's someone sleeping right there in those blue blankets. This is cool though, a ramp. This was a left turn into my least favorite part. We're now in Lehi, the oldest part of Mesa, founded by Mormon settlers in 1877. They have tractor mailboxes. Hideous garages. Cats. Birds. Cowboy crossing signs. Fire truck crossing signs. The next turn is down a dead end. I trusted the map. There was chihuahuas, guys learning how to do wheelies, more horses, buffalo, cows. This is the end of the dead end. And I had to just turn around and walk all the way back. You can see how much darker it got because of how long it took to walk down there and back. There was a lady while I was recording the horses who asked if I needed anything. She was upset that I was filming. It made sense. Her kids were out in the front, like, looking for Easter eggs. But I never filmed them. It was pretty uninviting after that in Lehi. So when I got into this neighborhood and I smelled cigarettes, I was comforted. They had cool old cars. Ugly houses, too. I drew the map with just random shapes and then connected them. One of them was this U-turn, which I didn't really think about, and it just ends up being a regular right turn. I was so glad I was being led to Walmart and not back into Lehi. I think Wally made these. Alright, and then you'll know you're going the right way if you see the coin laundry in front of you. What is that? Who ripped down the Mac 11 sticker? Across the street it's there, but upside down. I think he's earned it. Let's give Mac 11 a listen. Another cat. Somebody parked their car in the driveway. I don't know why I filmed that. That's the road I was walking on earlier. A loud cricket in the grass right here. I thought that the point of this would be clear by now. I like to interpret things and understand things. And so far it seemed like I was just wandering around. And there wasn't really anything to be learned. I already know that... I guess this is cool. It's a Mercedes that's also a diesel. And it gets really good gas mileage. This is a BMW. I really like that car. They had more of them in their driveway. Pretty sweet. This mailbox was glowing. The map was leading me to another dead end, but there was a left turn on the map that I was supposed to look for, and so I found it. I just kept going up this little dirt mound, and I could turn left. I had a full expectation that there would have been some kind of grand design for some reason. That, like, just because of out of pure luck, I would have found something cool, or the map would have led somewhere interesting. Right now I'm headed toward an X I put, and I didn't know what was going to be there, but we'll find out soon. This is what the X is. Just, at least it's what I've decided the X is, because it was the most interesting thing I found on that stretch of the map. But it's just the, like, sewer. So I guess, like, Pennywise. There he is. I pride myself in my ability to make sense of things. And to find the value in things. And obviously there's like a anti-capitalist through line where on the other side of the walls in Lehigh there's homeless people sleeping. And they've been there since 1877. And they're like mean Mormons or whatever. But I already knew that. I knew that that's exactly what I was gonna find. Just wander around in Mesa. Here's this fire hydrant that's in the middle of just two walls and the road. I just don't know what would catch on fire here. Back to Walmart. I'm headed towards the end now. This is the line that points and leads to an end. And while I can, say that whatever I find is the end, if I were to be honest, I'd have to keep walking and walking and walking until I can't go anymore. But I think our destination is in our sights. I thought about how if the world were to end and it just stopped and it was over, there wouldn't have been any point. Maybe a corn dog. So here's my map to nowhere. Walk and walk until there's no such thing as a corn dog.